Matthew Morrison, how are you today?
I'm perfectly average. How are you?
I'm perfectly average too, my friend.
Fantastic.
As you probably know, as a wonderful Broadway performer that you are, Toronto is a huge theater town.
I do know this, yeah.
Yes, and so, once you're finished your run on Broadway, you have to promise that you're going to come here. So that's the first thing that I'm going to address with you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that was quick. That was fine. You are such a wonderful performer. I have to know from you, what is it like, or how amazing has it been for you to be back where you belong?
Well, thank you for saying that. I'm home. I can't state it any simpler than that. It's been amazing to kind of go away and do that amazing, incredible, life-changing television show for the last 6 seasons. But I come back here, and this is my 7th Broadway show, and it's great because it's kind of the theme of the whole musical, Finding Neverland, but I've come back, and I really do feel like a kid again. I get to play and just tell this amazing story every night, and just tell it in front of a live audience, which is what I love more than anything.
Yeah, and it's such a wonderful story too, but this show is you need so much stamina. How do you keep it up? Like, what, 12 numbers? You're pretty well on stage for most of the show. I mean, my goodness, what are you doing to keep fit?
Well, I always say that stage is my gym. I don't really have to go to the gym outside of it, because I'm sweating so much and just working out so much and dancing so much. And yeah, like you say, I sing about 14 songs per show, and sometimes we have 2 show days, which is very taxing. Right. But it's at the end of the day, it's so in my body, and I feed so much off the audience reaction, and I have different shows for different ways I feel, I guess.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling like a little down and stuff, I do a different show, which is still an equally great show, but it's just totally different.
Yeah, I can understand. And then you have such a great cast, but I know that you're going to be over the summer. Kelsey Grammar won't be Captain Hook, just for taking a little bit of a hiatus. But what does it what is it like to work opposite a guy like that? And I can just imagine that he might throw a couple of zingers, things that just kind of keep you on your toes.
We both do. But we both, I think we both appreciate that. It's fun. I've looked up to the guy for a long time, and when someone comes in and you actually get to work with that person, and they're not only the great actor that you have grown to respect over the years, but a solid citizen and just an amazing human being on top of it. Yeah. It's just like, oh, thank you. Like, you didn't let me you didn't let me down. So it's really great. He's been wonderful to work with.
That's amazing. And I have to tell you, I am a Broadway babe. I can't get to New York enough and stand in the line at Times Square and just get those tickets.
Yeah.
I just love it so much. Do you recall your very first Broadway show that you went to see, maybe as a kid, or it just had to have been something that obviously stuck with you for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I was I think 12 years old, maybe somewhere around there, and I came to New York with my parents, and I saw Miss Saigon was my first Broadway show. Yeah.
And what an experience.
Oh God, it was so if I didn't have the bug already, it was that was what nailed it home, because seeing that helicopter, which I found out later was just a tennis ball on a string, but it was amazing.
Yeah, for you to be back on the stage, as we say, it's so happy for you to do this, but you can't disregard, obviously, the last 7 years of your life being on Glee and what it did for you as a performer, as a person, how it changed television. I have to tell you, my friend, I never missed one episode of that show, not
really?
one. Yeah, I was a huge fan. I just loved it. And for you, what was the biggest, maybe the change in your life just doing a show like that for so many years?
Well, it's interesting, when you're going through it, it is a job just like anything else. But like to be on the other side of it now, and to look back at the legacy of Glee, it's something that is so amazing, and I feel so proud of, because of the issues that the show tackled. And I feel like we're just coming off in the States here, just something that this huge monumental thing for gay marriage that just happened. And I feel like, that show was definitely a voice, because it brought gay characters into people's living rooms every single day. And I think, if anything, it just opened up a conversation about it. And I feel like it's done so much for arts education, for bullying. The list goes on and on for
Yeah.
what that show did, and I'm incredibly proud to be a part of it.
You say that you feel most at home on the stage, but do you ever get nervous when you look out into that audience? It's like there's like 1,500 seats in that theater, you know? I don't know. My heart would be thumping every single time.
I don't actually. I mean, you know, it's funny when you do 8 shows a week, you kind of, I'm in my groove now. Like when we first started the show, when we first started doing previews and stuff, and the show was still changing every night, I was not, you know, in my comfort zone because everything was so new. And we're trying out different things, but at this point, I don't get nervous just because I don't know.
Because you're a pro.
I guess
you're
so.
A pro.
I don't know. I'm home. I'm home. I don't get nervous at home.
Well, we're coming out to New York to see you this summer. All
Awesome.
Torontonians, all Canadians can't wait to see you live on the stage. And, you know, just break a leg, my friend. You are just so fantastic. And please do come to Toronto. Come visit us.
I love Toronto.
You're welcome.
I cannot wait to come there again.
Good. You're welcome on our stage. You're welcome in our city anytime. Have a wonderful day, and good luck with the rest of the run of the show.
Thank you, Bonnie.